Welcome to Three and Out with Jason and Kevin. I am Jason. That is Kevin. We are on YouTube on the Orange and Black Insider. It's us, and then it's the Orange and Black Insider, which is Anthony and John. And then on the Believe Network, our channel is called Believe in Cincy, and that's BLEAV. It's us. It's OBI with Anthony and John. It's Talking Football with Bengal Jim and Friends, and it's Matt and Willie No Ball. Bengals content, especially this time of year, pretty much every day. Like, subscribe, follow. Everyone's on social. So, Kevin, man, how you doing?
Doing okay. I buckled. I bought Madden.
Yeah, you told me.
Not every other year I break down and I buy Madden.
So I've seen a bunch of stuff that there's like a lot of actual changes this year. Have you played it?
I've played. I'm not like, I've only played maybe like 3 hours, because I'm a grown man and I don't play video games that much. No matter how much I'd like to. But I played maybe like 2.5, 3 hours, and it feels very good. It's a little more arcadey than the last couple iterations. But other than that, I can't speak to it. The running game feels great, which is weird for Madden. I feel like I've never liked running in Madden ever, but it feels really good.
Good. Awesome. Every year I say, like, I don't want to get it because the only reason you really do it is for the updated roster. You know what I mean? You want to see the rookies on there. Every year I tell myself I'm not going to get it. And then every year I see people playing online. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get it. And I get it.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten it yet. I'm sure I will. And then football's back. We've seen the Bengals actually in action. We've seen everybody take at least one preseason game. The wins, losses, that doesn't matter. The Bengals lost. They played against the Eagles. They started their starters for the first quarter. Kevin, I mean, there's not much to say about what we liked because it was just one thing made. But what did the first team offense tell you, if anything?
It told me that they're ready to roll a lot quicker than I thought they were going to. I also think it was really hilarious that we watched the whole everything leading up to this game, and I had one or two predictions just based off the way the lines had been playing each other. Is that our pass rush is better than we thought it was, or our offensive line is worse than we thought it was. And the offensive line didn't look bad, and the pass rush looked awful. So I don't really know what can we even say as far as training camp's concerned at this point.
Yeah.
But I thought the offense looked great. I mean, it looked very, very good. It should have looked very, very good. But it's kind of got me in my head about like how much more of this offense do we want to see?
Right.
I know we want to get off to a hot start, but the offense looked great. Do we want a quarter? Do we want 3 quarters? Like, how much of this do we want over the next 2 games? But I think that's the topic we can talk about.
Yeah, it is. The first team they played against I think it's worth mentioning that the Philadelphia Eagles played their backups, and the first team offense for the Bengals did exactly what you would expect them to do to back up defensive players, and it was an ass beating. It looked too easy. The Bengals players looked too fast. You know what I mean? Which is how it should have been. So it's exactly what we should have seen. It should have been easy as cake. I'd like to see the offensive starters again, but that's only if Washington is going to play their starters first. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see a little bit more of a test than backups. Let's see him actually go at it. And I don't even know if I need a whole first quarter, maybe just a drive of that. You know what I mean? And then go from there, because once the first team offense came out, they scored 14 points in 2 drives. So once they came out, Jake Browning came in, took over, and just wheels fell off. Again, they played against the Eagles backups, but Jake Browning, I think, probably had the worst game of football I've ever seen him play in a Bengals uniform. And
it was awful. It was absolutely awful.
It's preseason. Again, it doesn't really matter.
I mean, it matters enough. It's enough of a drop from. I mean, we watched Jake Browning lead the offense. It was a very simplified offense, but to multiple victories when Burrow went down, and now he's playing against and now he's playing against the Eagles' second and thirds, and looking
it was bad.
Awful.
It was bad.
I kind of thought he'd be lighting them up a little bit too.
Yeah.
I don't know about like what do you think about like? Is it too reactionary the way people are going immediately to, hey, Ritter, QB2 battle, let's give Ritter a chance? What do you think?
I think it is. I think it is for now, if that makes sense. I think it's a little reactionary because we have seen him do it in the regular season. We know what he can do. Ritter has played some regular season games as well, and I haven't really followed him when he was with Atlanta, and I haven't really followed him when he was with, where was he, with the Raiders as well? Falcons and Raiders, I
Maybe.
think.
I don't know. I lost him after Atlanta.
Yeah, but I obviously didn't follow him like I did when he was at UC, but I haven't been able to see him play. I think he's probably a better athlete, which, he was drafted in the 3rd round. But I don't think he necessarily did very well in Atlanta, which would be why he was with Oakland and why he's with us now. So I think it is reactionary, at least right now, to say, hey, it should be Ritter, better athlete. And when he did come in the 4th quarter, right? I think he played the whole 4th quarter. He did. They scored 10 points.
Yeah.
Drove down the field, and they scored a touchdown. Then he drove down the field again and got a long field goal, which was awesome for him. Great, awesome considering he's a big UC guy.
Yeah, but what kind of competition are we looking at? By that point, the people on that field, it's like,
right.
I don't
You're talking
know how
about
to begin evaluating
career
what
practice
happened.
squad guys, at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, yeah. Actually, you're looking at a lot of those guys are future used car salesmen, insurance adjusters.
Yes, gym teachers.
But, and teachers. Gym teachers. But no, I do think it's a little reactionary, but if Browning comes out on Monday night in Washington against backups and whoever else and kind of lays another egg and the offense doesn't do anything, and then Ritter comes out again and they start moving the ball again, then at that point I would say, hey, we officially have a QB2 battle. I also want to say it doesn't matter who wins the backup job, because if Joe Burrow's out, the team's screwed. Neither of those guys can even hold a candle to what Burrow can do. You know what I mean? And if they could, they would be starting somewhere else. I'm just saying, like, a lot of people are talking about, like, I don't know, Browning or Ritter. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. If either of those guys are in a game when it matters, or like when the game matters, season's over. Not season. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say.
Well, you brought up an interesting point, because you're right. It doesn't matter. But the only person it would matter to would be Burrow. Because I do feel like QB2 a lot of the times is basically just a quarterback caddy. It's just somebody like, who does Burrow want to sit next to on that bench and bounce like game plans off of? You know what I mean? Oh, did you notice this? I saw this. I think we need to do this. And I think it's going to be Browning. So I think the talk of Ritter being number 2 is nothing. But back to something that matters. The O-line, Jason. The O-line looked okay. I thought Mims looked good. Brown looked good. Dylan Fairchild looked very good.
I know.
He looks like a steal, dude.
Yeah, he does. Really super exciting. I saw stuff on Twitter that Matt Minch was posting of him picking up stunts, just passing guys off and picking up like a veteran. Looked great. Looked great as a run blocker. Looked great as a pass blocker. Yes, he looks mean. He blocks mean. You know what I mean? He does. I'm excited about him. I think that he could be one of those. An offensive lineman's not going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, but you see those guys get like those all rookie teams. If he does this all season, he'll absolutely be the best rookie guard in the NFL. 100%.
Yes.
The other side.
He looks absolutely great. Yeah.
Yeah. The other side. They started Lucas Patrick, and Lucas Patrick looked bad. He didn't look good at all. And then when he came out, I'm trying to remember who it was that came in, how they had the offensive line, because I think it was Cody Ford that played guard after Lucas Patrick.
Yes.
And then on the other side, it was Cordell Volson playing left guard.
I believe so.
Yeah. Now, I believe in practice this week, they've kind of switched things around where they have Cody Ford working as a swing tackle, and I think they have Jalen Rivers working at right guard as like a backup, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that could be,
which is what they always should have done. I think they're scared of Cody Ford as a swing tackle, which they should be, because he's not good. They should absolutely have somebody on that roster who's better at that job than Cody Ford is. But
yeah, I get that.
Rivers was always going to be a guard in the NFL, in my opinion. I think this is the right move. And I'm kind of excited for the fact that they're so quick to jump to Jalen Rivers as a guard option after that game. Feels very un-Bengals. I feel like a lot of times in the past, no matter how people performed, if they had a pre-expectation as to the way this roster was going to get built, it would stay that way. I mean, just look how long they gave Jackson Carman. There's a bunch of examples
Yeah.
where they refused to pivot for a long time when it was clear to everybody else they needed to. One preseason game, they're already trying something new. Jalen Rivers, guard, let's see what he can do. I absolutely love it just as far as a personality change on the way on roster construction.
I hear you, and I totally agree with you. And I didn't mean it to sound like I wasn't paying attention to what you were saying. I was trying to look something up.
Yeah, because you were on your phone. Yeah, you were clearly on your phone.
I know, but I was looking something up. There's another guy I'm really excited about. And that's Seth McLaughlin. So Seth McLaughlin was he was a steal. First of all, he was undrafted free agent. He tore his Achilles for Ohio State. Lost his senior year, whatever it was, battling an Achilles injury. He's going to be playing on Monday night. He's been cleared. He's back. He played for 3 years at Alabama, 1 year at Ohio State, two-time national champion. He won the Remington Trophy in 2024, consensus All-American 24. He's played every position on the offensive line. I think even tackle, but he's played center. He's played guard.
That's weird.
Now, what if he comes in and steps in at right guard? Because, there's a lot of guys think he's a day 2 pick, like a round 2 or round 3 guy. That I'm excited to see what he can do. I think maybe more than
I thought he was a round 2. I thought he was a round 2 pick at center, but is he big enough to play guard? How big is he? Do you know his stats?
Let me look. He is 6'4", 304.
Okay. Okay. I thought he was smaller than that. I really did.
Yeah.
I thought he was smaller. I'd love to give him a run at guard. I'd love to try it. Throw everything at the wall, man. Let's see what sticks. He's a talent. You can't doubt that.
Yep. Imagine like a offensive line, the best offensive line we've had in however long, and imagine if it's because they have 2 rookie guards, one of which is a free agent or undrafted free agent. Be awesome. Yep. Awesome story. Ohio State guy, all that stuff. So it's very cool. I'm excited to see what he does on Monday night. I'm excited to see what Dylan Fairchild does again, and I want to see what Jalen Rivers does at guard. And then Matt Lee. I'm excited just to watch Matt Lee when Ted Karras comes out, because I do think
is Matt Lee playing? Last I knew, he was still managing injuries.
I don't know. I hope he plays. I think he
hasn't done anything like the entire all of camp, as far as I know. He's been managing some sort of mystery injury.
Well, if he does play, whatever, I'm excited. But if he doesn't,
no. That's why it's annoying that he's injured. I mean, I know he's more annoyed about it than I am. I'm not for certain. But I would love to see Seth McLaughlin take a run at guard to see what he looks like.
Me too.
But as long as Matt Lee is hurt, then he's going to be your default center.
Probably, backup center.
Your default, number 2 center. You can't really evaluate him the way I'd want to evaluate him in the preseason without Matt Lee being available for second-team reps. But, yeah.
Either way, we're going to see him in action on Monday night, which is exciting. So, one of those guys that they have a really good history, I feel like, of every couple of years they land an undrafted free agent that a couple of years into his career, you go, what happened? Why was he? You know what I mean? And obviously this is an injury situation. So, defensively, anything else you got on the offense?
No, just Jermaine Burton looked good. Just a little bit here and there. Charlie Jones looks surprisingly good. I didn't really expect Charlie Jones. Oh, I actually have a few things here. I didn't expect Charlie Jones to come out looking as good as he did. That Burton kick return was so much fun. I like to see him fighting like that. I like to see him carrying like that. But also, Tanner Hudson played all 4 quarters. Are we trying to shop him, you think?
I don't know. I don't know. He continues just to make the case that he deserves to be on the team. They have Mike Gesicki, tight end 1, wide receiver 3, kind of. Noah Fant's obviously going to be on the field a lot. He's a great talent. I would have thought, hey, Tanner Hudson might be on the outside looking in, but he did play the whole game. He had 2 touchdowns. If they tried to move him, it wouldn't surprise me. And if someone said, hey, we'll give you, I don't know, 4th, 5th round pick, something like that, for a tight end that's proven that he can, move the chains in the NFL. Yeah. Plus, he's got that tight end face. He looks like a tight end in the NFL. He does. I say I say that knowing full well that I am gross. I don't know why I use the word gross. All right, so we're done with the offense there. Defensively was bad. Defensively, the backup Philadelphia offense made our starters look like they, weren't quite where they should be. Obviously, we don't have Trey Hendrickson out there. I think it's worth noting that 40% of the secondary was out. Cam Taylor-Britt and Dax Hill were out. It just wasn't. It wasn't great.
Stone was out almost instantly.
Geno Stone was out.
2-3 plays, something like that.
Yep.
BJ Hill was out.
Mm-hmm. A lot of players.
We still should have done a lot better than we did.
I agree. Should have been better. I kind of want to reserve judgment. You know what I mean? It's a new. So you have a whole bunch of rookies that are starting. You have guys that are getting used to a new defensive system with a new defensive coordinator. I want to hold judgment until we get a better idea, maybe at least until the end of the preseason. But I feel like I'm going to be watching the defense like a hawk. Just every snap, every play, just what's happening. And I want to see if I see improvement, just improvement. I don't need to see them win. I don't need to see them turn the ball over. I just want to see improvement. If I see improvement from week 1 of the preseason to week 2, heading into week 3, I'll feel okay. You know what I mean? But if they just look like they're lost again, or that they're, and like tackling in week 1, that was a big deal. That was a big deal all year last year. Missed tackles. And everyone knew it except for Jermaine Pratt. And it was another big thing. Just missed tackles, sloppy missed tackles. You know what I mean? So I don't know what they got to do to clean that up. But that's what I want to see on Sunday. Like I said, I don't need to see, they shut him out or they turn the ball over or whatever. I want to see progress. That's it. Progress. I don't think that you would disagree with me if I said we don't need this defense to be top 10. Like, mediocre defense is good enough. If the offense stays healthy and does what it can do, mediocre defense is fine. Just can't be bad. Right?
I would like a good defense, but as a Bengals fan, I have officially drank the Kool-Aid of, if we could just be not the worst defense ever.
Yeah. We got Joe.
It's the lies you tell yourself in order to get through, the season.
Right.
But it is at least partly true. I do believe this offense can hang 40 on most teams. So
I totally agree.
I thought the two bright spots. Were Shamar Stewart. I vocally didn't like the pick. I did not think it was going to be a good pick. I'm slowly coming around. He can move, man. He can move. He's fast. He's strong. He's twitchy. I'm not there yet. I'm not 100% on this. It's going to take me a little bit of time. But damn, dude, he could be year 1. He could be the really chaos we need. I don't expect him to have a massive sack count or anything. But damn, I expect you're going to have to account for him on every single play. You know what I mean?
Every play. And what we've seen. No, he did. He absolutely did. Jenkins looked really good. McKinley Jackson had a couple plays that he stood out, but Chris Jenkins looked good. With Shamar Stewart, I think that what's amazing about I like what I see so far, but it's based 100%, 1,000% off physical talent. He has, he's got to work so much on his game, but if he's kind of standing out this much just on talent, think how he could be, he gets his ducks in a row and his hands, he's working with maybe the best technician in the NFL right now as a pass rusher, because Trey Hendrickson, all technique, best technique in the NFL as a pass rusher.
Oh yeah.
So having him, and that's another thing I want to say is Hendrickson came back, he's still holding in, but the fact that he's in Cincinnati and like you see all this stuff on Twitter, he's working with Shamar, that's just pure awesomeness and class. 100%. Love it.
Yeah.
I hope the Bengals pay the man.
I think that is probably almost as valuable as him getting
reps
on the field. I don't think Henderson needs a damn thing.
No.
And it's brought a lot of goodwill. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's an excellent PR move, if nothing else, where I circled back around where like he kind of annoys me with the way it seems like every season he wants to reevaluate his contract and he signs it, and then he's mad he signed the contract. But attaching himself to the hip of Shamar Stewart the way he has, that could end up paying quite a bit of dividends down the road. So
I think it's cool.
He's back in my good graces, and I'm sure he's thrilled about that. I'm sure he cares.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he does too. I think it's awesome. And then everything he said in the media, just like it's kind of one of those guys. He has the personality. You're like, okay, I like him. You know what I mean? Just seems to be a big
yes.
rah guy. There was a fight we're recording this on Thursday. This will be running on Friday, but there was a fight at practice or yesterday. On Wednesday, there was a fight at practice. Not like a huge fight. It was a little scrum because Shamar Stewart squeezed through, and I think that he accidentally hit Burrow. And obviously that's a big no-no, but I think he and Lucas Patrick got into a little bit, which is exciting to see, just to see the attitude. You love to see it. So, yeah.
I mean, I agree. I wish Lucas Patrick didn't let him, through.
Yeah.
How about hit him first?
Yeah, I know.
Hit him before.
How about you don't let him
hit him before he hits Burrow.
Right. Yeah. That's the whole. That's your job. That's what you have to do. No, I think that's the name of the game for defense for me is progress. That's it. I need it to be better than it was last week. You know what I mean? And also I want to see what Cam Taylor-Britt looks like. I'm maybe more excited and anxious to watch Dax Hill, I think, than anyone else in the secondary, because kind of build it up like, hey, he's looking pretty good. He's going to be, it looks like he really could be like a legitimate outside corner, and then he gets hurt. So I'm kind of anxious to see what he can do. Got anything else, man?
No, that's it. I'm not panicking about the defense yet. I was. And then somebody, I can't remember who it was, I wish I could credit them, pointed out a simple fact on Twitter, which is just that they're playing the starters because they know they suck. They start off slow. They know they're so the fact that they went into the preseason and sucked and started slow, that's kind of was always the plan. You know what I mean? The plan was here's where they're gonna suck, here's where we're gonna knock the rust off. They're doing that. I'm gonna reserve judgment till game 2 or game 3 of the preseason, and then who am I kidding? I'm gonna judge every single snap. But I'm going to vocally I'm gonna pretend I'm reserving judgment. Pretend that I'm even-headed and I can look at all this analytically and not like a rabid fan who overanalyzes every single thing. And I'm going to say that we shouldn't make a judgment till at least after week 2 of the preseason. Probably not till game 1, if we're being honest.
I totally agree with you. On the inside, I'll be screaming, "We're going to suck." I'll just scream it the whole time, but I'm not going to say it out loud, at least for a while. So we'll be back again. We're going to break down what we see, what we liked, what we didn't like from Washington, discuss the Bengals' last preseason game. I'm assuming that one will probably be no starters, but we'll kind of figure it out as we go. Do you got anything else, man?
Nope, that's it.
Yep. Again, we're on YouTube on the Orange and Black Insider. It's us, and then it's Anthony and John on OBI, and then on the Believe Network, the channel is called Believe in Cincy, and that's BLEAV. It's us, it's John and Anthony over at OBI, and it's Matt and Willie No Ball, and then talking football with Bengal Jim and friends. Great Bengals content every day. Like, follow, subscribe, the whole thing. We'll be back next week. And who day?